Hey VC, welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike. We're doing another concert review, and this one was a doozy. Um, I go to a lot of concerts, as you guys probably noticed. None of them are big shows. I don't do arenas or stadiums or anything. Most of them are small clubs and beer bars and stuff like that. I never pay more than $50 for a ticket, and that's the way I like it. This concert, I had seen it advertised in a couple of pop-ups and a couple of emails that I received, and I was kind of like, oh, that sounds interesting, but it was a Friday night, and honestly, when I get home on Friday nights, I sit on the sofa and don't do a damn thing. I'm wiped out from the week. So I kind of was passing on it, and then Friday came, and I got another email. Tickets were still available, and they were only $16 plus like $4 for a fee, so it was like $20 total. And it was the International Anthem record release party. And International Anthem is one of my favorite labels. I think what they're doing, they're based out of Chicago here, and I think what they're doing is absolutely terrific. They a lot of Chicago centric artists are on there, jazz, world music, beat music. I don't know. I don't know these genres. All kind of rolled into one record label, and they probably have they might be up to about 50 releases. And I'll show you a few of the records that are on their label. I've talked about some of these artists before in several videos. Just a terrific label. I can't talk enough about them. They're not cheap records. I mean, they're going to be in the mid to high 30s, but the packaging is great. I believe almost everything is analog, as far as we know. I don't want to be scandalous, but as far as we know, everything is really analog. This is my favorite artist on the label. This is Micaiah McCraven. You've heard me talk about him many, many times. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this guy so many times. I just did a concert review on him. I believe this is his debut. It might not be his debut, but one of his earliest records on International Anthem. Every record has like an OB, and it has all the musicians. They're very open about who's on everything, and just a little, you get a little review and stuff on here. And a lot of these artists, they play on each. It's like the Blue Note years, and all the artists play on each other's records and stuff, and it's really cool. Marquise Hill is on here. Janice Paul, who I'll mention in a little bit, he's a great bass player. Jeff Parker from Tortoise, Joshua Abrams, and Deshaun Jones is a terrific trumpet player. This is a wonderful jazz record. This is a little more straightforward jazz, more hard bop, post bop kind of thing. Really good record. Where am I going to put these? Got piles of records here. This one is the record that turned me on to the label and turned me on to Micaiah McCraven. This is his album Universal Beings. If you saw my review of him a few videos ago, I've seen him live a couple of times in the last few years, and this is an awesome record. It's 4 sides. Side 1 is Chicago, side 2 is New York, side 3 is LA, and side 4 is London. And what he did was he just basically went to these 4 cities and jammed with local musicians and recorded it. And it is fun, it's funky, it's got a little electronic to it. He's a great drummer, absolutely phenomenal jazz drummer. And this is Universal Beings. Probably cool artwork too on this. I've shown this record so many times on my channel. I probably shouldn't be showing it. I just love it though. I just love that record. Janice Paul is on the record label. This is his record. He is a bassist. Every time I've seen Micaiah McCraven live, he has been his bassist. This is an interesting record. It's different, but I really like it. I have to be in the mood. It's just a gorgeous record. Gatefold double record. They got custom labels. You get the little OB again, and it lists everybody who's on the record. Just cool high quality records. Next up, the great Jeff Parker from the Chicago band Tortoise is on this record label. This is his album, The New Breed. It came out, I think, in it's been a while now, 2015 maybe? Maybe 20, I'm not sure on the day, year, but a great record. This is probably my favorite of his. He has one other record called Relatives that is probably my favorite, but it's not on this label. But this is my favorite of his stuff on this label. And he's a terrific guitarist, kind of jazz rock, a little ambient kind of sound to his records. Really cool. Again, the Obi, really nice inner sleeves. They are paper, unfortunately, but just quality releases. This is also Jeff Parker. This is his most recent record. This is called Four Folks, and this is more acousticy, folky jazz, but he uses a lot of pedals, and it's really interesting. Again, Obi, great quality. Love Jeff Parker. This is a band called Reservoir. This is just an EP. This is a fun, loud, horn-based band. Really cool. I saw them. They actually opened for McCraven one time when I saw them, and they're great. I don't know if they're still around. This is the only thing they've released, and I have not seen anything since. Reservoir. It's only like a 4 or 5 song EP. Okay, then we got Anteloper, and this is a band I'll be talking about in just a few minutes. Look at this artwork. It's a fun record. This is a girl named Brandy Young, or not Brandy Young. This is a girl named, Jamie Branch. Jamie Branch, and she is a trumpet player. She's also plays a lot of, well, I'll get into it, but she's a trumpet player, and this is a really cool record. This is Anteloper's first record. Yeah, this might be their first record. No, this is like a tour release that they did called Tour Beats, and I think it's just volume 1. I don't think there's no volume 2, but this is interesting stuff. And then Jamie Branch is also. She also did. Well, I should probably show this first. This is Fly or Die. This is a wonderful record. This is also Jamie Branch on trumpet, and she's got a whole band with her on this one. She's got Tamika Reed on cello. There's a bassist and a drummer, and then she's got a couple of special guests. Two guys on cornet, and Matt Schneider on guitar. Really cool stuff. And so this is Live to Die. There's also a Live to Die 2, which is excellent, but it's out of print. And this is Live to Die Live. Jamie Branch. Again, great artwork. This is a double record. Solid record. I just love. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying how much I love this label. It's excellent. I love all the artwork. Just really cool stuff. So that was Jamie Branch. Oh, and I got one more. This is a wild record. Not wild, but out there. This is Desron Douglas and Brandy Younger. Brandy Younger is a wonderful, gorgeous harp player. I've seen her actually play with Micaiah McCraven again. She is, if you like the harp, check her out. It's absolutely phenomenal. Cool stuff. Okay, that's my doorbell ringing. Can you hear that? Hopefully they just leave, whatever it is. I know what it is, but okay. So I went to a concert, and like I just said, I absolutely adore this record label. You walk in, it's at Thalia Hall here in Chicago. I've talked about this venue many times. It's one of my favorite venues. My only issue is it takes like an hour and 20 to get there by train, but it's so worth it. So I go in, and they have a beautiful merch booth. They must have had 20 of their records for sale, and pretty reasonably priced. They, because you were there. Like the highest priced one was maybe $27, and most of them were around $23 to $25. And they had a couple of posters. Yes, I nerded out and bought a poster. So then great bartenders, by the way. The concert was in the round. They have a big stage at one end of the theater, but they built a stage right in the middle of the main floor. It was general admission. They have a small balcony upstairs, and then mostly general admission space, standing room. So it was in the round, and it was really comfortable, and it was spacious. It was not sold out. A lot of masks. People's Vax cards are still required. So it was cool. I mean, as far as spacing, and everybody was awesome and friendly, and the staff there is incredible. The first band, there were three records being released for the album release party. I bought all three. Even though the first band was, I arrived, and the first band was an ambient, it was an ambient band, which isn't my thing, but it's Jeremiah Chu and Marta Sophia Honer, recordings from Åland Islands. And I bought their record because I wanted to support them while I was there. And I have listened to it. It wasn't my kind of thing. She's a violin player, and he is a electronic player, turning knobs and making weird noises and distortion and stuff. I don't know what that's called. I'm old. It was interesting. I wanted something a little more upbeat when I first walked in the door, but I got this, and I have listened to this record since I got home, and it is not something I will play a lot, but it is gorgeous in its own subtle, pretty kind of way. It really is. It's definitely not my cup of tea, but I enjoyed it, and I wanted to support the band, so I did pick up their record. Their first record on International Anthem. So when I was driving down, when I was thinking about going, and when I bought the ticket, I was really, really wanting to see the band Anteloper. This is Jamie Branch, who I talked about earlier, the trumpet player, and that was my real strong urge to go and see. And then this guy came on next, and his name is Daniel Villarreal. I butchered that. And this is his debut record on International Anthem, Panama 77. And what a wonderful photo of this guy. He is a drummer, and I would best describe his band as Carlos Santana without Carlos Santana. Not to say their guitarist wasn't very good. He was no Carlos Santana. But that kind of Brazilian jazz rock kind of sound. And I thought he blew the roof off the place. I thought they were unbelievable. And it turns out he's from the neighborhood. So his entire family was there, and he's got a big-ass family. There had to have been 50 people in that place cheering this guy on, and he lived up to it. He met every expectation. The family was thrilled, and he blew. I'm telling you, he was awesome. This is an absolutely wonderful record. I highly, highly recommend this. If you like that Santana sound, pick this up. Definitely pick this up. There were... it's just, I hope the guitarist isn't watching this video. He was very good, but more subtle. He wasn't the leader of the band. They kind of all just led each other. I mean, definitely Daniel was the leader, but really, really cool. This really inspired me. This guy came on, and I was like, okay, now we're talking. After the ambient stuff, I was like, fuck yeah. So, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Highly recommend this if you ever see it. Brand new. Just came out. He's from the neighborhood of Pilsen in Chicago. So this is the band that after that, I was blown away. And I was so excited. I was just so excited to see Anteloper. And this is their new album. And this is what they were celebrating, and it is called Pink Dolphins. Cool artwork. It is called Pink Dolphins, and it is just Jamie Branch, and I should give this guy credit because he was a very interesting drummer. Jason Nazary on drums and synth. It is produced by Jeff Parker, who I was talking about earlier from Tortoise, and it is a really cool record. It's got it's like nothing I've ever really heard, and honestly, I never thought I'd be into this kind of music, but it is really, really good. So they come out, and visually they look nothing like I was expecting. First of all, there's only two of them. I thought there were going to be more people in the band because this record has a huge sound. It is big. It has got a lot going on. It's many layers and everything. And I thought there were going to be at least 3 or 4 people in this band, at least. And it's just 2 people. And one is Jamie Branch, and she looks nothing like I thought she would look. She's awesome. I knew she'd be awesome, but I just had a different vision of her in my head. And it was basically him. Jason is on a drum kit, and he has like a weird like synthesizer next to him. And she's got her trumpet, and she's got a table of knobs and levers, and she's making all kinds of effects. And that's it. And so it's electronic jazz is what it is, and it's so out there, but yet so cool, and it was so mesmerizing. And her trumpet playing is very Miles Davis, very similar to Miles in like the Electric Years. She does like kind of that sparse, like the silence is more impactful than the actual playing kind of Miles sound. It was just a really, really interesting evening of music. And I got in the car and I was just like, all the way home, I was like, okay, 10 years ago, you would never have gone to this concert and enjoyed a band like Anteloper. I would never, ever have seen this band. And as soon as I see them on a marquee again, I'm going. It was so interesting. Not a guitar on stage, not a bass. Everything was electronic except for the trumpet and the cowbell. There was a cowbell. It was weird. But man, I walked out of there with a huge smile on my face, and I absolutely had a wonderful evening. So check this out. It's different. It's not for everybody. But this is Anteloper's new album, Pink Dolphins. I also recommend Jamie Branch's album, Live and Die, which is probably my second favorite of her stuff. And that's it, you guys. That was a concert that that's one where I just walked away with a huge smile on my face and just a huge buzz afterwards. That's why I go to see live music. Hands down. Exactly why I go to so many concerts. So I'm out of here. I'm going to see a concert tonight, actually. You guys be good. Talk to you soon.